Hi everyone, welcome back to
Eric and Julia's Book Corner.
Today we're going to do another haul video because we went kind of crazy.
Yeah. So we were missing the first of the Anne of Green Gables.
And we finally found it, but in a different version. But that's totally fine. We're going to read the back of this one to give you an idea of what the book's about.
Anne of Green Gables is written by Lucy Maud Montgomery. Lucy Maud Montgomery. When Anne Shirley arrives at Green Gables farm on Prince Edward Island, that's in Canada by the way, she surprises everyone. First of all, she's a girl. Marilla Cuthbert and her brother Matthew had specifically asked for an orphan boy. She has bright red hair that won't manage and a mouth that won't shut. Nothing will ever be the same at Green Gables. A favorite story of the generations of girls ever since it was first published in 1908, Lucy Maud Montgomery's classic story of one girl's profound effect on a small Canadian community has stayed in print for nearly 100 years and has been made into a popular TV series and even a musical. Cool. So after we got that book, we happened to find this cool box set of the first 3 books.
So we got it.
So it's old, that's why.
We're going to do like a collection series.
But look how pretty that is.
Do like a flip through.
And let's see. This one is the first Canadian edition, 18th printing from 1968. And then this is the second one, Anne of the Island. And the third one
is this one,
Annavilla.
It's so cool. We probably won't read off this chapter for the video, but this is really cool to have.
Yeah.
Especially because this is one of my favorite series from when I was a girl. So.
Yeah, and it's cool to find like the old copies of it, especially first editions.
He's never read it, so this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. And then, of course, we have Nicholas Sparks' The Last Song.
If you couldn't tell, this is one of the books I chose.
Yeah. I will read to you the back. In the tradition of his beloved novel, A Walk to Remember, Nicholas Sparks brings us a deeply moving story of a young girl's first encounter with heartbreak and love. The Last Song. 17-year-old Veronica, Ronnie Miller's wife, has turned upside down when her parents divorced and her father moved to Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. 3 years later, she remained alienated from her parents, particularly her father, until her mother decides it would be in everyone's best interest if she and her brother spent the summer with him. Resentful and rebellious, Ronnie rejects her father's attempts to reach out to her and threatens to return to New York before the summer's end. But soon Ronnie meets Will, the last person she thought she'd ever be attracted to, and finds herself falling for him, opening herself up to the greatest happiness and pain that she has ever known. An unforgettable story of love in all its myriad forms. First love, love between parents and children. The Last Song demonstrates, as only a Nicholas Sparks novel can, that many...
Okay, you don't have to read that part. Okay. But it's based off of the movie. This was actually written after the movie, I believe. It was for the movie. He specifically wrote this for a movie. So, that's cool. And then we have this one.
So this is the beginning of a series we're going to start. It is called The series is called Seven Wonders. The first book is called The Colossus Rises. And the author is Peter Lerangis. So, the description of the book. Jason McKinley is an ordinary kid with an extraordinary...
Sorry for the barking. Our dog, we have a husky and she's trying to get in to the sunroom where we're filming. So if you hear barking, I apologize.
Jack McKinley is an ordinary kid with an extraordinary problem. In 6 months, Jack is going to die. After Jack collapses in the middle of a busy street, he's whisked off to a strange hospital in a strange place. There are armed guards and weird kids and fantastic creatures. Not to mention no parents, no phones, and no possibility of escape. The place is run by an odd professor named Bahad, who tells Jack that what's killing him is a genetic trait inherited from the prince of a long-lost civilization. It's destroying Jack by making him too strong, too fast. He'll need to stay strong, though, because it's up to him to save the world. Just one problem. That long-lost civilization sank when the Magic 7 Loculi was stolen and hidden around the world. Now Jack and his friends must find the Loculi before they fall into the wrong hands. If they don't, they will never be cured. The lost world will rise, oceans will be displaced, and life as we know it will pretty much end. 7 Wonders. No one ever asked Jack if he wanted to be a hero. He just has to be one. One kid, one mission, one big problem. The thrills begin in The Colossus Rises, the first installment in the newest adventure from the master storyteller, Peter Lerangis.
Ooh. Okay, so that's one of them. And then here's another series we're going to start.
Dexter, from which the TV series is based off.
So, is this the first
This
one?
is the second one.
So, we're not going to read the back of this because we don't want to do any spoilers. But when we find the first one, we'll read that. Okay. And the next one you have, if you don't remember, we got the whole series in another haul video. And this...
So this is the first one again, the Davinci Code by Dan Brown. However, I had to get this because it is a special edition. They have pictures in it on almost every page. Let me find a big paintings. So I thought it was really cool to have this kind of version of the book, especially because this book references a lot of historical stuff, so it's cool to see like the pictures of it. So yeah, that's the front, that's the back. Special illustrated edition.
Okay. And then, is this the first one on
Yes.
this one? Okay. So, and then we got the Vampire Diaries,
Or
which...
not. I forget.
We're not going to read the back of it because we're not sure if it's the first one or the second one. But we got this one. We're going to start the series as well. And, yeah. It should be a good one.
The Vampire Diaries by L.J. Smith.
And this one is the Awakening and the...
Struggle.
And then we have The Giver.
One of my all-time favorites, classic, The Giver by Lois Lowry. I didn't know there was sequels to this, so we're on the hunt for the next ones from this series. I will read to you the back. Jonas's world is perfect. Everything is under control. There is no war or fear or pain. There are no choices. Every person is assigned a role in the community. When Jonas turns 12, he is singled out to receive special training from the Giver. The Giver alone holds the memories of the true pain and pleasure of life. Now it's time for Jonas to receive the truth. There is no turning back. Lots of symbolism and hidden meaning in this one, so I cannot wait to review and analyze every page of this. So stay tuned for that.
And then we're not going to read the back of this because pretty much everyone knows Harry Potter. So here is Harry Potter.
Yeah.
We had the series, but then we lost it in our move. So we have to go on the hunt for all of them again.
Yeah.
And that's everything we have today. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us. Bye.